Alright, so we're restaining kitchen cabinets. What we did is we sanded this down with 120 on a palm sander, and then we went 180 grit by hand, all those little grooves and stuff, cleaned it up with some wax and grease remover, scuffed it up one more time, got all the dust off. We're using gel stain, which is Java color. This is it. It's starting to dry right here. Just put a first coat on with a paintbrush, and you can see how nice it comes out. It almost looks black, but it's actually like a dark chocolate. It's kind of hard to see in this room, but here it is when we're first putting it on. You can see how the Java looks. It's a lot more richer looking right here. And it is a gel stain by General Finishes. I definitely recommend this. I've used it before, and it comes out really nice. And you can see the ugly oak that we have. It's terrible. Striped oak, yellowish, orangey looking finish. Some people like it. I just don't like it at all. So we're going to put 2 coats on. And again, we're using brushes, real fine brushes, and this does take a little while to dry, a couple hours at least. Well, I'm going to let it probably 24 hours before we put the second coat. Second coat, I'll just scuff it with a Scotch-Brite pad, and I'll put my second coat on, and then we'll flip it over and do the fronts. Alright, here's the cabinets over here in the kitchen. This has been cleaned with TSP, trisodium phosphate, and then we still got to scuff it. We'll scuff it down with some Scotch-Brite gray pads. Some of these, well, the maroon ones work good. These ones. That's all you really need to do with gel stain. I might go 180 grit. I'm not sure though. Probably not, because this doesn't even get touched, so you don't really need to sand this too aggressively. The fronts, I do recommend sanding them more, because you know your hands are on them, even if you got handles. And definitely this piece here by the kitchen sink, you need to do that one. Your belt buckle, when you're washing dishes, will rub back and forth on that that piece of wood there, and it'll take the finish right off. Alright, I don't know how many hours we worked on this, maybe 3 or 4, but the insides are at least finished. So I think it's like 2 in the morning. So tomorrow, when I wake up, I'll be able to put another coat. Probably doesn't need another coat because this is only the inside. 1 coat's probably fine. I won't know till tomorrow. There's a few little streaks in it, but again, it's just the inside. And I got a couple more over here. It's drying pretty fast. Last time I did this, I remember it taking 24 hours to dry, and this is drying a lot faster. Alright, day 2. And here's the inside. It looks like we don't need to do 2 coats on the inside. We did it really thick. It might be like a little brownish coming through, streaks in a few spots, but with the polyurethane on there, you probably won't even see it. And it's the inside, so I don't really care. We're doing the front sides today. My daughter's doing the fronts, and it's looking good. Again, we're using the brush. Brush it on real thick, but not so thick that it's clumpy. Smooth it out. But if you put it on too thin, you'll get a lot of streaks, so you want to do it somewhat thick. Alright, here's the second coat of the Java. Just laid it down. It's almost dry already. It's pretty warm today. So I did that one again over here and all that. So that's all double coated. Looking real good. Flattens out really nice too. As long as you don't put it on too thick. And this has 2 coats. I did the second coat myself. My daughter did the first coat. I think she did one and I did the rest for the second coat. And yeah, I can't wait to get this installed. I made this one for the range, hood range, where the little chimney comes up. I just have to cut out a notch for it. And then that's going to go up, and this is going to go up in that spot to conceal the hole. And this is the Z-Line KB30 that I'm using. So it's going to look sweet. All I have to do is run my piping through the wall. But I'll get this thing, I'm probably going to use some of this polyurethane, fast drying mini wax protectant in satin. This is really old. I used this years ago, so I gotta go get a new one. And the Java gel, it's kind of a little bit soft, so I need something to really give it a protective surface. This has 2 layers of sheetrock, so that's the first layer. You can see this one had wallpaper on it, that layer of sheetrock. The box. Piece of wood back there, so it's not going to fit. I gotta cut that wood. Show you what I'm talking about. So somebody decided to leave a piece of wood here. I think it's an old door frame that they enclosed. So what I gotta do is notch it out right here with my tool. Alright, gotta love these oscillating tools. These are little Hercules bits. They're about $8-9 at Harbor Freight, but they work really good on cutting wood. So here's a piece of wood in there. I was able to notch it out so I can get my little plate in there. Nice and good. And now all the mess is in my bag there. So take that up. And then when you're done, got no mess on the floor. Alright, there we have it. Got that fitted with my electro outlet. Got this other one tucked in and tied up there. I did put a connector here, but I shoved it in there. Just note where this cut is, that's where your wire is connected. I extended out a foot because it was too short. And this is the range hood's going to go here, so you're not even going to see that. And just put the cover on, and we're done. And you can see this line here is about where the end of the cover is. So I just have just enough room to clear it. Alright, here's the cabinets with the second coat of polyurethane. Stuff right here. Clear satin. It's looking good. And this has been 2 coats as well. It's still drying there, but it's looking really good. And I turn my little scaffold here into a little place to put them. Cabinet holder. I'll take another video when this is dried up. Probably going to do 3 coats on this, 1 more coat. In between coats, I am scuffing them with a little Scotch-Brite gray pad here, which is real fine. So I'm starting to put the covers back on and the handles. It's looking really nice. Over here I had some vinyl plank left over, and so I went and put it in the bottom of under the sink. It's 100% waterproof, and you could see the base was removed because it was rotten before, and I replaced this piece, and so it goes all the way down, gives me more room, and I like that. Alright, just got the Z-line vent installed right now. Made sure it's plumb, nice and level, and just testing it out, making sure my outlet's working. Everything's working, and I got it marked here. There's a line here. Make sure the pipe, that the electrical piece will be inside, and it is just barely. And now I got to measure the pipe going up into this wall up here and drill a hole up there. So I gotta go put the casing on and measure where I need to cut it out. But this thing's pretty nice. Has 3 settings. Okay, that's 4. Pretty strong. It's got bright light and a dim. So it's a good looking exhaust vent. Alright, looks like I have just enough room for this cord to plug in. You see the duct is right there. And that's perfect. Alright, so I'm just fixing up some of the wall behind the stove. There's like a little indent there. So gotta put 1 more coat. And behind the fridge here, just fixing this up. Had an unlevel sheetrock piece sticking out. So I'm trying to level it out. Got some mesh tape on it too. And there was a big old hole here with some old plaster. This is sheetrock here and sheetrock here, but there was some old plaster in this crack. I went and broke it out and made a big hole. And then I just filled it in with some more plaster. That way no ants and stuff can get in here. And then I'm going to caulk the floor. This crack right here that runs across, I'm going to caulk that with some caulking latex, silicone caulking, because any ants and stuff, they can get right in through that crack. And we've been having a lot of ants in here. And then there's a piece of wood here sticking out. I don't know why it's sticking out like that, so I'm just going to probably cut some of it right here and then just fix that. Yeah. Still a mess in here, but it's starting to look a little bit better. A little nicer kitchen. Here's where we're at. This is the kitchen put together. We just had the countertops measured yesterday for granite. And I got this installed. All I got to do is get that pipe installed, and then the other piece of aluminum goes up. And in the future we got to get a new stove. We decided to put this here. We're going to stain this cabinet and put granite here for the meantime until we get an island built. And there's the other side of the kitchen. I need a new dishwasher. That thing doesn't work very good. I ordered a new sink, under mount sink, that's going to be coming from Amazon. And yeah, the cabinets look really nice. And then I'm going to be doing a baseboard in here too. That's 11-inch high baseboard. I'm probably going to do 9-inch. You can see that 1x6. This is a 1x8. Probably going to do 1x6 in here instead. You see the difference between the 11 and the little wimpy 3-inch or whatever that is. So, what else? Next project in here is going to be doing the ceiling. I'm going to do a tray ceiling in here, and right up in here, lifting that ceiling up. But for now, we're going to get the countertops in, and then I'm going to work on a backsplash afterwards. And I think, like I said, I got to get that pipe ran because we're cooking and the steam is just, it needs somewhere to go. So I got to run the pipe through the wall. Got to go that way and run it through the wall. So that's going to be the next project.